Fucking hate you guys. So yeah, we're. I don't know. Should that just be the intro of us? Just all right.
Yeah.
You want to get one more like very poorly syncopated clap?
Oh yeah, sure.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Perfect. In order.
Clyde A Saurus is back.
Hey, what's
up?
guys?
And we have nothing prepared.
Nope.
As we're chilling.
No, we do have something prepared.
Oh yeah. I wanted to talk about crazy animal stories that we have. Because I remember I brought it up to you a while back, and I don't think we ever got super into that topic. So I'll start with. Oh boy. I think I told you this story. Oh, by the way, Clyde A Saurus, winglessgriffen, Teller Morose, find our socials, do all the things. Here's my story, right? So I am driving home from work, and we all work like night shift kind of stuff. It was probably like 7:30 in the morning. I was still on my way home. I was on the street that I live on, that kind of main one.
Okay.
And I was admittedly pretty tired and a little I'd been smoking a little bit. So I was cruising, windows rolling down. I'm playing some music that I really like. And I go around this twisty part, and I'm like, I don't see any headlights. So I should be good, at the speed that I'm at. And I go around that part of the curve, and there are 3 deer in the street. So, if you're not from the South, by the way, that might sound like kind of strange, but that's a very, very common thing.
Yeah.
Deer are everywhere and stupid.
Absolutely. Oh, I can't use that word.
Let me get the PewDiePie sub-bass censorship. Okay. Yeah, so like if you've ever met a person and you've ever like wondered like, wow, like how have you made it to this age? Like how are you this old? How did you make it this long in life? And then you meet their parents and you think the same thing but with more questions. That's deer in human form.
Yeah, Bambi's a great example.
Yeah. Fuck Bambi. So, I slam on the brakes, I freak the fuck out, and, I realize that it's 3 deer. It's a mother and 2, like, young, not babies, but close. And so, I'm freaked out. I'm sitting there, like, holding the steering wheel, like, oh, God, that was close. Okay, deep breath. And then I see the deer, like, slowly kind of walk off the street, and then the baby one kind of turns towards my open window on the shotgun side. And it makes a sound that I can only describe as asking if it could speak to my manager. It was...
It made it Karen.
The sound was something... It was like...
That sounds about like a Karen.
And so, I'm just dumbfounded. I'm sitting there still, like, gripping my steering wheel, like, confused as hell. And I'm like, okay, almost hit a deer. Freak out. Deer just like screamed at me. I'm like 5 feet from my house at this point. I'm like right around the corner. And so I did the only thing that I thought was reasonable at the state of mind that I was in. And I yelled, well, you were the one that was jaywalking! And then my neighbors stopped talking to me because they were on their front porch when I got home.
Totally got him, man.
Yo, if that deer is watching this video, get fucked, nerd.
Get fucked, nerd. Down.
Yeah, that happened not long ago. All of that is true, by the way.
Wow.
That wasn't just a bit. Like, all of that did happen.
Which that's just... How? That's one of those things. That's just... How?
This is a good time. I have another deer story real quick. I was driving through Marietta, Georgia. And we were on, like, kind of like, not the interstate, but, like, there's one of those roads that's just, like, 4 or 5 lanes. Excuse me. The water kind of trips me up. There's, like, 4 or 5 lanes on either side, so it's, like, a lot of traffic. Mm-hmm. Kind of one of those, like, get from town A to town B kind of roads, but it's not the interstate. And I see a deer, like, 400 feet ahead of me in the field, like, next to the road. And, like, I'm, like, laying on my horn because I'm like, this bitch is running across the street. So I'm like laying on the horn and I'm putting on my brakes, and thankfully, out of all the traffic, everyone stopped with a perfect amount of space for this deer to just roll him across the street. Yeah.
massive,
I-
massive
yeah.
balls to lay
Yeah.
your horn and hit your brakes.
Yeah, because I wasn't
Especially in
front.
Atlanta.
Oh, yeah.
Surprised
we were
someone didn't get
still-
out trying to shoot you.
Well, no, because people saw it. Thankfully, like I said,
Mm.
I was not in front of this deer when it happened. There was like 6 cars in front of me, so I was like laying on my horn, like, please, someone notice that this deer is like careening towards the street.
Right.
And eventually, like I said, everybody stopped, and it was perfectly fine. No animals were harmed.
And no people.
No.
Or
Yeah,
cars.
yeah, no one was harmed whatsoever, which was. It's weirdly relaxing.
It is.
It's like a waterfall.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Is this my phone, by the way? I never even set a
Yeah.
timer. I was gonna grab the laptop, and I was just like, no, it's too much space.
Good job.
Fucking
It's
mood.
fine.
It is a fucking mood.
Y'all got any crazy animal stories?
I've got a couple.
Couple, you say?
I have like one that's not like kind of fucked up.
Is it
like,
something
I
that
hit
we're going to get in trouble?
No,
if
no,
you-
no, no. I like hit a deer and like
Are you currently on the run?
no. Like I basically literally I was driving to work one night. This was before I got my current car. It was back when I had my Ford Explorer, little like 99 Ford Explorer, fucking tank of a thing.
Hell yeah.
And at that time I lived literally like 5 miles away from work. Not even. And on the way when I was going to work one night, on the road I could see my job site. I literally like a deer ran out in front of me. I didn't see it. It wasn't going too fast, so I didn't really get hurt per se. Well, it obviously got hurt, but it didn't get killed. And it like jumped back up, ran across the street, looked at me, and then walked away.
Hell yeah.
And it was just like, what?
How
So-
Am I the
sir?
bad person?
Two
Like-
quick things. One, turn your mic. The microphone comes from like the side, like this.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Oh.
okay.
Secondly, what?
Yeah, very similar story to yours. It just sat there and stared at me for a second, and then just walked away like nothing happened.
Man, when it happened, were you like, oh dear?
Genuinely, my first words were, "What the fuck?" And then I drove to work and was just like, "How fucked is my car? Not too bad. You are a tank. Okay."
Yeah, it's real Post Malone over here with the Ford Explorer.
Right?
No longer.
Those cars are
Sick.
honestly pretty nice.
I can't remember what that totaled if I hit a deer like that, man. No matter how fast I was going, crumpled.
My first car probably would have crumpled it like a Caterpillar.
Pretty sure that's where mine is right now. Actually, no, I cannot say that because mine actually went into a ditch and it's still driving.
I gotta give
Yeah, you're-
props to
you're
that.
doing
That's
alright.
nice. That's good.
I've never been in a car accident that was my fault. While driving, I should say.
Hmm.
I mean, I technically have once, but it wasn't my fault that the brakes failed.
Oh, well then
But
yeah,
I
no, I
wasn't-
wouldn't.
That's not your. Yeah, exactly.
I
that's
wouldn't
not
put
your
you
fault
at fault
that
if your
point.
brakes didn't work.
I was the one driving, however, which is why I was kind of at fault.
I would say the closest
man.
thing I ever got was you know, like when you're merging to get on the interstate, how it's like 2 lanes and then they merge into one and then it gets onto the interstate.
Yeah.
There was someone who was like in my blind spot almost
Mm.
while we were merging lanes onto the interstate. So he was to my left and I was on the right, and I was like laying on my horn and he wouldn't move. And eventually I swerved into the left lane and then I clipped a guy's mirror that was already on the interstate. And so I freaked out and pulled over, and then the guy that was like in the blind spot that I was in before just hauled ass. I was like, dude, you like, had I not done that, you probably would have like killed both of us. Like that shit's not. It's not a joke, you know.
It's not.
Ha ha ha. No. But on a lighter note, the guy whose mirror I clipped, you know, he pulled over and he was just like, "Hey man, you all right?" And I was like, "Yeah, that guy." And he's like, "I saw the whole thing, man. Don't even worry about it. You did the right thing."
Oh.
And then I asked him to make sure his mirror still worked, and he checked it. He like patted me on the back, and he's like, "It's all right, bud." And I was like, "Thank God he doesn't know that I'm like 24 and not 17, because he probably thought that I was like new as a driver." and-
Yeah, you.
I
you
didn't
get
say
that.
anything
Probably
about it.
seemed nervous like a new driver would. Like,
Oh, I mean, I
would
definitely was.
be
I
just,
freaked the
like,
fuck
I'd
out,
probably
you
be
know?
in tears, like I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I was pretty close to that. I was on the way to my girlfriend's house too, so I was like sitting there on the side of the interstate, just like trying to breathe for a second. I was just like, "Hey, I'm gonna be a little late getting to your house." And then the rest of the day, you know, I was just like, "Yeah, I'll take a drink." even if I wasn't even thinking about it anymore, my hands were just like, nah, you're gonna twitch for a couple minutes here.
Right.
Yeah, shit's scary.
It is horrifying, honestly.
We have a friend. For a while, I'm gonna be super vague about this. We had a friend who worked at a car company, think Chevy, Dodge, that kind of stuff. So he worked in the corporate part of it for a little while, and so because of that, every year he would get a new car from that manufacturer, and every car he got, a month or two before he was ready to renew to a new car, he would hit a deer.
Oof.
That's some
He never paid for the cars, which was hilarious. He had to pay the insurance, I think, but
Yeah, but
the car itself was given to him for free. So
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
just hey
That's
man,
fucking amazing.
I think it was 3 or 4 cars before he eventually just moved to a different state because he was
He eventually got the
I think he
hint
got
of,
engaged or something. But in my head, it's just I gotta stop hitting so many fucking deer, and then he moved somewhere else.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm moving to New York.
It was starting to look like he was doing it as a ritual or
Yeah,
some shit
yeah.
to keep his
Just
job.
every year.
Aha! It's October again. I'm ready to go hit a deer.
Ooh, that new model's gonna look fine. I better get rid of this one quick.
I'm trying to get me a new Chevy Sonic. Let me ram this old Sonic into a deer so I can get
I want
the
a
new one.
Dodge Ram.
Let me go ram a deer.
oh my,
That was the setup, right? You were going for that alley oop.
That was
Okay.
the setup. You finished. Got it.
I was wondering. I was like, this ball is definitely high up in the air. If he doesn't take it, I'm slam dunking this bitch. Joke. Ram a deer.
yeah, the deer definitely didn't dodge that one.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was a fun one to think about. Just imagine every time you get a new car and it's given to you for free, but you always wreck it the same way.
That sounds like one of those would you press the button
Oh,
questions.
yeah.
It's would you press the button if you get you get a new car every year for free, but you hit a deer
Yeah.
2 or 3 months before you get the new car.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll accept that card. I'll take that.
I was gonna say
Got it.
I'll hit that button. I don't know if I'd want to because you always have the risk of being injured.
Yeah, this is very true.
No, you plan it out, and then on those times, you just go cruising at 30 through town or something, waiting for it.
But you don't know exactly when it's gonna happen.
Exactly, you just do that for the month, you get a
There's
rough
just a
estimate.
2 to 3 month period where you're only driving 25 everywhere.
Yeah, no matter what.
Everywhere, it's just cruising speed, man.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess that's.
Oh no, it's totaled, but I'm completely fine.
I just
I'll buy a new
imagine
car
it's
in a month or so.
you're going 5 miles an hour because you're paranoid as hell. You're on the last day of that 2 to 3 month period, and so you're driving 5 miles an hour. Oh god, okay, if I drive at this pace, nothing bad will happen to me, and I'll get a new car. And then a deer comes out with just a stick of dynamite strapped to it. No! And then you hit the deer and everything blows up.
See, I just imagine
You
just
have severe burns for the rest of your life, but you still got a new car.
Going 5 an hour. It's not that you're gonna stop at that 5 an hour. You're just gonna no.
see,
I imagine it just runs out full speed at you.
yeah, that's what the thing is. It hits you, and that's what breaks the curse
Yeah.
because it hit you instead
It
of you
comes
hitting
and it
it.
hits the side, the door next to you.
That actually happened to my mom.
Wait, a stick of dynamite with a deer?
No, not a deer,
Oh,
not the
okay.
dynamite, but the deer ran into the car.
Oh,
she
nice,
was
nice.
she was driving, and then it hit the side of it ran into the side of the door.
Wow.
Antlers?
No, it was a doe.
Oh, okay.
You never down here. It's you never see male deer. You never see the male deer. At least down where I live, you only see females.
I've told this story a billion times on this podcast, and I don't give a fuck because it's the funniest thing ever. My girlfriend and I went on a cabin trip kind of thing. Very windy roads, and there's no hunting allowed there because it's very preserved land. So there's tons of deer just running around, right, on these windy mountain roads. And so every so often we'd roll down the window because they'd be really close to you, and we're going really slow, and they don't mind that the cars are there, and it's kind of cool. And we were driving back from some petting zoo they had nearby, and we saw a deer that was on the street. So I was like, yo, slow down, and I get my phone out. Oh no, I didn't get my phone out for this. That's right, I got it later because I wanted to see this happen again. We rolled down the window, and like we were like behind this deer a little ways, and we kind of like crept up on it, and we had the windows down. We were just like, hey, like trying to get its attention. And then it saw us, and it started to run. But I guess something about that poor deer being on concrete instead of on dirt, he just fell, front legs just collapsed, face hit the concrete. I felt so fucking awful. He like shit whipped himself onto the street like so fast. He was like, and it's just, I felt so bad. I was like mortified, but I couldn't help but like laugh a little bit. And I was like, oh no. And after like a couple seconds, it gets up, and it doesn't even try to run. It just like sadly saunters forward. And
it's just like,
we
look,
pulled up next to it. We were like, "Don't worry, bro. We won't tell your friends. Like, don't feel." It looked just so embarrassed and defeated, and I felt so bad. And we drove like 3 miles up, and we saw like a bunch of deer in this lady's yard. She was like throwing corn out or something. And again, more deer just like in the street. So we rolled down our windows again, and I was like, "Yo, your homie ate shit back there, dude. You would have laughed your fucking ass off." The lady feeding the deer is like, "Is he talking to the deer about something? His what? Like, is he just telling the deer a story? Like, I'm just like, dude, you would have laughed so hard at this other deer, bro."
That's a fucking mood, though.
No, like legit though. What if you rolled your window? If she was like, you were like, "Yo, your homie just ate shit," and she's like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
Damn it, Jim
The
Bob.
deer just stands up and is like, "What?" Just or like hands on its hips.
It's the deer from Open Season, like the big buff one.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
You talking shit about my cousin?
It's like, oh no, that was just some stranger deer.
Like,
I don't know if
fuck.
I don't think it was your cousin at least.
Shit, I don't know. It was a couple miles that way. Probably another
Looking over at my girlfriend like, get the gun.
No, just be like, just walking, just like, or just roll windows down and everything. Just like, I don't know if it was your cousin or not, but he ate shit and then drive off.
Shit, dude. Like fucking. That was a pretty fun vacation.
Oh yeah.
That was the highlight for me for sure. But
honestly, that's great.
also they had a basement similar to this, but it was full of like ping pong tables and arcade games and shit. And I was like, this is
Nice.
I can do this at home, but also like you got like the retro arcade shit, so that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Like
Also, spending time and with my girlfriend and her family was great. But that deer though, like
When it ate shit, that shit was fun.
it's
honestly though,
was
like
beautiful.
That shit hit different.
that's fucking
Man.
great, man. Oh, so weird animal story that I have is I work overnight at a restaurant. Not gonna name names because I don't want to give them any publicity. Anyway, I work as a cook there, and there was one night we were open, and this dude was ordering food with me, and I was taking his order, and I look outside, and there's a horse with a bright blue eye just staring at me, and I'm thinking I'm tripping balls, but I know I hadn't smoked anything. I was sober as fuck, so I'm sitting there, I'm like, I'm about to die. That's death's horse, I bet. And I look up and I see this dude riding. He's got a cowboy hat, the whole get up, and he's like sitting there, and he writes "Howdy" on the window. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna finish taking this guy's order. I'm gonna cook some food, and I think I'm fine.
Is
And
this
then
real?
Then he writes my fucking name, and I'm
What?
like, what?
What?
And then he points to the customer I just took the order of, and I realized that it was a buddy that happened to have the exact same name as me.
Holy
And
shit.
my heart was like, oh, thank God, I thought it was dead.
It was just some like
This is
hitman
how
from
I
the
go.
1870s just coming from
Dude.
through time to kill you.
I would have to tell them, just be like, dude, you made me, I thought I was gonna die.
It was horrible.
I was gonna ask, did he write like your full name, like twitch.tv/Clyde
No, no,
underscore
no.
A underscore source?
No, he just wrote my first name, and it happened to be the other person's name too, which was fucking hilarious.
That's bizarre, man.
Oh, but yeah, no.
Did he come in and like explain himself?
No, his friend went outside and they talked for a bit, and the entire time I was like, I hope this horse doesn't poop in my parking lot. I don't know how to
Yeah.
deal with that.
Yeah.
I'm not paid enough for
I
this
was
shit.
I don't get paid
leave
enough
it.
for that
A
shit.
little fertilize.
Maybe I'll grow something for my other employees. Sell it to them.
Sell some horse shit. Just like not even like pretending it's anything else. Just be like, y'all want some horse shit?
Dude, do you know how many people would probably actually buy that shit too?
Honestly, though, they might do that just to get back at some people they know.
It's like the whole like the memes of like strains of marijuana have crazy names.
Mm-hmm.
It's like y'all ever smoked horse shit, but you're just talking about actual horse shit like wrapped in a.
Wrapped in a joint paper.
It's like, nah, man. Have you ever had reptile ozone? And you're like, no, bro. I'm talking about actual horse shit. Just getting more and more
Hand them
frustrated. Yeah.
No,
Bro, what strain is this, bro? No, it's horse shit. Bro, that's a weird name for a strain, bro.
It's kind of like what was that in Cheech and Chong, where they smoked dog shit.
Oh
Because
yeah.
the dog ate all the weed, and he was like, "Yo, man, what's this strain?" He goes, "Dog shit." What? Dog shit. My dog ate all my weed, so when you shit it out, I rolled it into a joint. That's what we're smoking. Whoa.
That's the guy where you're like, you ever smoke horse shit? He's like, bro, let me have that.
Yeah, honestly, he
You're
doesn't
like,
even
I don't
question
mean a
it.
strain of
shit.
marijuana. I mean, actually, he's like, shut up. I know what you mean. Give me the lighter.
That's funny.
That's
as shit.
disgusting, man. Why did we just spend so much time talking about that? That's fucking gross.
That's okay. We could put a gross warning if you really want to.
No, I ain't editing.
So I'm not. No.
But put it like right now and be like in the background like.
There's
gross
not even gonna
warning,
be
we're
anything
done
behind the
with
green screen. We're just
it.
fuck editing, dude.
Fuck editing.
I actually really
Green.
enjoy it.
Green. So
I-
what if we want to be on the Eiffel Tower right now, like tippy top?
On the tippy top.
Yeah, like right on top of it.
All right, I'm gonna do some Microsoft Flight Simulator behind us, and it's just gonna be a plane crash.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. Oh God.
Ah!
Now
Put the mask on.
No, we're outside of the plane.
Oh, okay.
We're
thank
seeing it from like God's perspective. He's like, "Yo, watch this."
God. Okay. I'm good with
God damn.
that. You're like the Buzz Lightyear alien.
That's yeah. Here's a Buzz Lightyear clip. The animated version, not the Toy Story animated, but like the cartoon animated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
And
like.
now we're back to the logo.
Wait, with the red one?
I think so. Yeah.
Like the red. Big
You know what's
alien
crazy
guy?
is that I never watched that show. I just remember seeing it and being like, "Oh, Buzz Lightyear has a show."
My brother loved that show. I watched like 2 episodes of it and got a couple toys from Burger King. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
it. The toys were kind
Yo,
of
what was the coolest like Happy Meal kids toy thing you ever got? I remember there being Nintendo ones at one point, but I liked the characters, but not the toys.
Yeah,
Speak of the
honestly,
devil.
like
I got a Kirby toy. That's,
Nice.
I don't remember what it did. It was just
I
like
mean,
a hard plastic.
I'm
you
a
on star.
brony, so like when they had My Little Pony stuff out, that was kind of dope.
I get that.
But
Oh, I remember
like,
they had like the games with like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
those were
Yeah.
my shit.
Oh, I hated them.
Those
They were
really
so
simple
fucking
games.
bad.
They were awful. Like,
But they
looking
were
back-
amazing.
But that's yeah, it's like it's a fun little like, oh, I've got 2 minutes to kill. I'll cut it. So, but, you know,
was better
you've got
than
like a couple
nothing.
minutes to kill. Yeah, you can just sit there and like play this game that just has like 8-bit electronic sounds.
Mm,
Yeah, and it's literally just you pressing 2 buttons.
Yeah.
but it was great. That was
Do
probably
you want to
that's
go to
probably
the
my-
left or do you want to go to the right?
Well-
Here is some calculator. Like, everything's just made out of like the alarm clock style 8.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, you can play Snake like that.
That's true. That's
that
true.
would have been a fun one. Like that would have been a really good one to put into like.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
other
didn't even
things.
think of that. It's so easy to program too in a little
Mhm.
device.
That should be. Restaurants should bring back games for.
Some have like some you can like actually sit there and play games like while you're waiting on your food and stuff. You have to
yeah.
pay for them, and it's like on an but it's like on an iPad or whatever, and you just kind of sit there and you just play.
Oh, yeah.
There's a place in Atlanta called Battle and Brew
Ooh.
where you just like when you go in, you're like they're like, what do you want to play? And you can pick like Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, PC games. They had like a whole specific area for like Fortnite and stuff. And you didn't go by like, do you want a table or a booth? It's like, what game do you want to play? You know. So me and my girlfriend went to where they had the Switch, and they just had like 25 different games. And just like, oh, I'll
Oh,
play
yeah.
that, yeah. So we played like Bomberman for a good hour and a half while we ate delicious ass food. And all the drinks are like named after video games and shit. It's cool. It's a great place. Highly recommend it. That's my recommendation.
Nice.
This episode's recommendation from me is Battle and Brew in Atlanta, or the Bomberman game on the Switch, because that shit's pretty good.
That's dope. I went to a Red Robin's, and this is before like gaming and stuff was a lot more popular, but they had screens.
Hold on. Yum. Okay.
No joke though, there's like only like one Red Robin's out here, and it's like all the way up north, and it took me like 2 hours to get there, and it was well worth it because their food was amazing.
Yeah, there's one down where I live,
Really?
like where our job is. There's one in that city.
That's far.
I didn't even know that.
Like
That's probably the one I went to.
most likely, but like. That's the one I've been to, and that's the one I actually was talking about too. That's also Red Robin has like a little game you can play. You like pay or whatever, and you can play little simple games.
The games were free for us.
Really?
Like, at
It
the
may have
time.
been free, and I was just, or some of them were like paid, and some of them were free, something like that.
Yeah, it was like really simple games. Like you could just play with a table while you waited for food.
Yeah.
It was really dope. It'd be like like a word scramble where you'd all try and guess what words on there, kind of like Hangman and stuff,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
or like simple card games. It was pretty dope. I remember.
Excuse me. Yeah, how do you guys feel about like at Olive Garden having that little tablet where you can just like pay for your food or play games while you wait?
Mm.
That'd be dope. What do you guys think though?
Leave it in the comments. Abajo.
What?
Lachuga.
What?
Abajo.
No habla español.
Lachuga.
It's calling him lettuce.
Yes, actually.
You are lettuce.
Hey, at least
Leave
I
it in the
get
comments below. Lettuce. Below. Lettuce. That's essentially what I was doing.
Leave me alone.
Hey man, so I'm gonna have to.
Are you good, Wheezy?
What's that?
Are you good?
Oh yeah, I did that very on purpose.
Okay, I was like, he said, I was just like, Jesus. There it is.
Oh, yeah, that one kind of hurt. The first
was
one
like, it's
didn't
going
hurt at all.
harder.
I was like, yeah, that was good. So
That's how my brother sounds on his asthma attacks.
I'm glad I wasn't the first person to break on that. I feel like I might have been the last, but I'm sorry.
I was definitely, I'm pretty sure I was the first.
Jesus Christ.
I'm usually the first to bust.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Bad jokes.
Amazing joke.
I meant bad as in dirty.
Bro, you brought some. Yeah, I'm good, man. I just hate you. No, I'm sorry. That was so mean.
No, it's alright. I hate me too.
Oh, no, don't.
Oh, I love that
Good,
song.
See, that's a good one.
I hate me. That one. I was trying to, like, not be copyright distinct about it. So I just started singing like I was a member of Blink-182. Well, yeah.
Oh, no. This one's by Lil Fag. Phag.
That is where I know it from.
That's
I
it.
forgot his name though.
Yeah.
I'll have to relook him up because I remember
It-
listening to a bunch of his songs
I
and
have
just
two.
dropping him.
I have 2 songs liked on my Spotify.
Would you
that's it.
consider him a recommendation for the podcast?
If you're under 18, no.
Yeah, if you're only if you're over
Said that
18.
very straight-faced.
There's adult content right there, kids.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for. There it is. Okay, good.
Yeah, it's never that bad. I whispered. It wasn't like he didn't see my motion.
No.
I'll see it in
but-
post.
No, I already knew.
He knew it was coming.
Can we talk about that fucking dude from Lorna Shore again?
What?
Oh, you weren't there for that. No, you were there. Yeah.
What?
You weren't there, but we've talked about him. The guy, the man bear pig vocal.
Oh.
Okay.
Like,
I like how you said that, and we both instantly knew.
That's because it's the easiest way to describe
He's
it.
literally
It
the
is.
Lord of the Rings orcs. That's how he sounds, okay? Like, if you want to hear what he sounds like singing, just go watch Lord of the Rings and listen to the orc scream, because that's what he does.
For reference, I'll consider this a recommendation. To the Hellfire by Lorna Shore. It's a trip of a song, but the last like minute has just been like almost like meme kind of famous, where it's just like, bro, listen to this fucking dude just like sound like this. It's gnarly and it's cool.
I want to know how he does it. Like,
I'm sure if
he
I
sees
sat
this,
down
I
for-
want to know. Like, can you give
Hey,
me a lesson on how to do that with my
Mr.
throat?
Mr.
Because I
Will
think
Ramos.
My fiance would love it.
Mr. Will Ramos. You want to come on the podcast and maybe give us all a quick vocal lesson? Do it. Fucking pound it.
Dude.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Jesus.
fuck yeah.
Someone.
You made the joke about your fiance. I was sitting here like,
Oh,
bro,
I
nice.
I'm sorry. I didn't even notice.
I was getting like a little aggravated. I was like, bro,
Come
hey
on,
man,
now.
come on the
Let's go.
podcast or whatever. Bro, pound my fucking fist.
That's the
Pound my
first-
fist the way you pound.
I'll say that'll be the only time Taylor ever tells me to pound him.
There's a guy we work with, and I'll say we work at Subway, right? So he comes by every so often. He's like a quality kind of guy, and he'll like feel all the meat to make sure it's like up to code and not like going bad or anything. And every time he walks by me, he's like, "Sorry, bro, I got a pound on your meat for a second here." And I'm like, "It's all good, bro. Slap meat," and I'll like try to high five him. We got into the discussion of like how we're basically just meat, with like brains. I was just like, man, that like life is pretty existential. Anyway, bro, pound my meat. Yeah. And now like every time we walk past each other, he's like, "Meat slap," and we high five, and it's awful, and I hate it, but it's also really funny.
Honestly, though, like I get that. At my restaurant job, I make a lot of jokes like that, where they're like, they'll tell me like, "Hey, can you get this? We need this for this order." And I'm like, "No, I got it, guys. Remember, I'm the best at handling meat." And I walk over to the cooler.
Beautiful.
I love making jokes like that.
We always have the one of saying that whenever employees do a bad job, they get demoted to food or demoted to product.
Yeah. That's what we'll say, and it works.
Like whenever the guy from the ice cream flavors video, we've said his name. Fuck you, Eric. Every time he like disappears from our shift, we're just like, bro, he died, and then we just assume that his original body was made into ground turkey, and then he just kind of like appears and like comes back to work. It's just like, yeah, guys, I died, but it's all right.
That actually reminds me of a
Crazy
recommendation. A recommendation.
Oh, okay. We're all over the place.
SCP containment breach. The main character. Every time I always find a way to interact to bring this back. But the main character is just immortal that he can just die and then he just pops back into reality. And it's the funniest.
You bastards!
It pretty much. And it's fucking hilarious because that's exactly what happens with him. I'm like, yeah, Eric does that.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. No, but he respawns in a different place. He's there.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh shit, I'm supposed to be at work, and he just like goes and continues the day. I'll give another recommendation now that I'm thinking about it, because me and Eric talked about this a little bit while when you were at your job interview that day. The series of games that Remedy has put out recently, Alan Wake, Quantum Break, and Control, all of those are starting to, I don't know if this is like a spoiler or not, but they're slowly turning into like a one like connected universe, and they're remastering Alan Wake to put on the PlayStation and Xbox and PC, so you don't have a fucking excuse. Please play that game. It's so good. And then go play the other ones and see how they all start to get connected and get excited for whatever the next game is. Sam Lake, the guy who writes all those stories, God bless you, bro.
I actually streamed some of Control. I
Hell
didn't
yeah.
finish it, but I got like 2 episodes out, and I think by the 3rd episode I was just tired of the game because it was just like I was bored.
Yeah.
I couldn't really.
I can kind of
focus on
like
the
if you
story.
don't like the repetition of it, then
It was like I kind of get tired of like this basic shooter format of like they do it in like the Nathan Drake franchise.
Yeah.
And Tomb Raider as well, where
like
it's
the
like
cover-based third-person shooter.
right, where you're just like, all right, I go to this area. Oh, they already know I'm here. I have to shooty bang bang my way out. There's no stealth to it. You can't take other routes, and that's kind of what irritates me. Is like, why do I have to make this character what everyone else sees them as? Why can't I make my choice of stealth or, it's just all different, like different styles of gameplay. So like Last of Us was absolutely a baller experience because you can do either. You can go guns blazing and kill yourself a million times to figure out how to ration your ammo, or you can sneak your way around. It was dope.
So I'll say this. recommend Control to you because you like SCP stuff, and that's kind of what that
It's
game
good.
is.
Okay.
It's,
Like, I didn't get into it because of the repetition. The story was good.
Okay.
the story is great.
I'll probably watch someone else play through it, but I can't
And,
finish the game myself.
I
Maybe
will.
stream it.
I'll recommend to you, Clyde. I don't think this episode's going up. We talked about Watch Dogs Legion. I just completed that game a little while back. Very, very versatile in that sense. Like, it's either a stealth game or like a cybersecurity game or just go in and fucking shoot everybody kind of game.
Okay.
And super cool. It's in like near future London where it's like cybersecurity based and there's like drones flying around, but it's not, crazy sci-fi.
It's not quite where it is.
It's not like-
we're not quite there yet, but it's
We're
almost
it's like we're approaching that age of what technology probably will be. And it's dope because you don't, there's no like main character, which is a really unique twist. You can just kind of like pick anybody off the street, and if you do a mission for them, they'll join your group. And like any random person you find, they all have different perks and weapons and crazy shit like that.
Nice.
Super cool, yeah. Very, very unique game. And like I said, a lot of versatility to it. Because I remember having specifically like one dude for stealth takedowns because we got money. He had a perk where you got money if you did stealth takedowns with him. And then another guy who just like had a light machine gun. And I was like, guess what I'm gonna do with you, man? We're gonna go blow up some fucking cars. It's a cool game. Recommend that too.
Nice. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it's a fun one. Y'all fucking.
I'm trying to think of what else to say. I mean,
Yeah.
Other favorite games of mine, though, if we want to go there. is,
Yeah,
I'm
they don't have to be new
really
or anything,
big into
too.
Dead by Daylight, but that's
Oh,
all
yeah.
over my channel.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But I suck ass. Like, I used to be a decent player,
Fucking
but now
mood.
it's to the point where I'm like, all right, all these new people coming in are just not okay. Like, they don't have fun with the game. It's all serious
Yeah.
now. And it used to
Yeah.
be just about like playing the game to have fun, and you can mess with the killer, and they mess with you, and it'd be funny. And I get
That's how
that
I love.
sometimes, but like
Yeah.
now it's just like stress. Everyone's sweating, especially the hours of the day I have to play, which are like 3 a.m. That's when everyone wants to be sweating. They're sweating for it.
Mm.
I feel like that's one of those games where it's like if you have that group of friends that you play it with,
That's
It's like,
really what
that's the
makes it.
shit.
Yeah, like when you can, like that's what always that's how I have to play whenever I do play. I love it, but when I do, I always have to go and find a group on like Xbox Live or whatever, and just have like at least one or two other people just sit there and like cut shit with and just talk to and like be able to enjoy the game. Even if like I'm dying instantly every game, it's still fun because I can sit there and make jokes with them and talk
there
to
was a
them.
point
Right.
when oh, did you have something?
Oh no, I was just agreeing with his point.
Okay. Okay. Right you are, sir. Tip of the hat to you. No, when Yo-Yo and I were playing Xbox, there'd be occasional times where it's like, hey man, like me and some of Yo-Yo would say, me and some of my friends are playing this game, would you want to jump in? And I'll be like, yeah. And then I join the little Xbox Live party or Skype call or Discord or whatever we're doing. And I'll try to start up the game, and it's like, this game has to update. And I'm like, well, guys, I'm not playing that game with you tonight, but I'll sit here and talk.
Mm.
And,
Yeah, that's how I
it's
would
a
do, though.
bummer, but it's also just kind of like, it's fun just, like, someone will be like, oh, God, and I'll be like, what? I missed it. It's like I'm not even playing the same game as them.
Honestly, that's how I'd be. Like, the way my old friend group would be was we would have like 3 or 4 different games being played by like 6 people, and we'd all just be sitting there talking together, and like there'd be different conversations going on with like for each game or whatever, and then we'd all be having one conversation too.
Nice. Boys, we all need to play video games together.
I got a PlayStation.
We'll find something that's cross-platform. That shit doesn't matter
Well,
anymore.
Dead by Daylight's cross-platform.
Yeah,
Fortnite's cross-platform. Minecraft is cross-platform.
Yeah, there's a
There's a
handful.
lot
Oh,
of
is
them.
it?
Yeah.
They're getting more and more abroad now.
The Call of Duty games are now all
Okay.
cross-platform.
Yeah.
I think, well, at least between Xbox and
newer
PlayStation.
ones.
Yeah. I think starting with World War II, I think.
Oh yeah, I gotta download that one. I got that for free on PlayStation.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll re-download that for that. Play some good old Call of Duty.
I miss Call of Duty. Maybe it'll make me stop raging so hard on Dead by Daylight for killers tunneling me
Mood.
every game.
You just got to jump into. I have the bad habit of like.
I
I
used to
f-
suck at like looping. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Now I'm good. I'm decent now because of how much I get tunneled.
Same.
Finally, at the point where you're like, haha, now you can get fucked.
Right. Whenever I go against a newbie who's trying to get me and only me, I'm
Oh,
like, all right,
I always
don't wanna
feel so
bully you,
bad.
kid. Leave me alone.
I always feel bad, but at the same time, I'm just like, you brought this upon yourself.
I don't even bully them on purpose. I'm just looping them. I'm just like, all right,
You're
we're
just
running
existing.
this pallet. Oh, nope, they want to backtrack. I'm going the opposite way. And then, oh, they're going to swing and they missed. And now I'll stun them and run away. Repeat and rinse out over and over again until all 5 gens are done. And then you feel bad because, well, you
They're
should
like-
have just left me alone.
It's like they're a rank 19 and you're a rank like 11.
Oh,
and
they
it's like,
changed
oh,
the rank system. It's no longer like that.
no.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't played in months. I have not played in
They
months.
changed the rank system. Pinhead's now in it. It's great. Oh, and Nemesis, if you weren't playing around that time.
I've been
Resident
keeping up
Evil
with the
Nemesis?
updates. Huh?
Resident Evil Nemesis?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
and
pretty nice.
2
You got the-
Resident Evil characters.
Is it from Resident Evil 2 or 3?
2, I think.
Okay. I was going to say, because they had the remake around.
Yeah, they had the remake at the same time.
Mm.
as that one
Oh, is it
releasing.
Leon and Claire?
Yeah,
Hell yeah. Yeah, Resident Evil 2.
yeah, they
That's
got
dope.
some dope perks too.
That's pretty cool.
They ended
I
up
didn't
getting
want to pay money for it.
mood. They ended up getting like the they ended up getting the Resident Evil, the Pinhead, but they also lost Demogorgon. They lost the Stranger Things.
Yeah, you can't get Stranger Things no more, but I have Stranger Things already, so I'm safe. They don't have the map on there, but I don't need the map. I have the characters.
Okay, so if you already had them,
If you had the
keep them.
characters, you kept the characters. They did a whole big sale telling everyone to buy up 50% off.
Yeah, what was that about?
I
We
think-
don't know.
They like lost
yeah,
the
they just
trademark,
basically
maybe?
lost the contract.
Like,
Like,
their contract was probably for X amount of years anyway. They were like, hey, this is how long we want to do this contract for, and it was just it was supposed to help keep people interested in them until season 4 came out. And I think there's going to be a new one that they're working on. I don't know, but I kind of have a theory they're going to put a new, like, one
I
for
would-
Stranger Things
would not be
into it
surprised.
after this new season.
I wouldn't really be surprised. Like, it seems.
'Cause
What was the last time?
they had
The last original character. Oh, did you see like 5 days ago they released yet another like trailer for a new killer, or something, or a new chapter?
They get 3 killers a year?
Yeah, 3 of them, and I'm like, fuck. They're like pumping them out.
Well, yeah, they have to. So basically, what they decided was they would release 3 killers a year. 2 of them would be original, 1 would be licensed.
Okay.
So they work out the license while they work on originals at the same time. And they just released a new Survivor. It's not out for the consoles yet, but it's on
PC.
beta test right now.
Okay.
And they're introducing new totems and shit. We got completely sidetracked on
Yeah,
Daylight, but if you're interested in that shit, I play that. A
Yeah,
lot on
we
my
can
channel.
like go on for quite a
You
while.
can watch me there if you really care, but yeah, no, it's pretty fun. I really love that shit.
Y'all like Roblox?
Dude,
I'm sorry.
Roblox has Dead by Daylight in it. They have their own.
Oh, of course they
it's-
fucking
it's-
do.
It's fucking great. I saw it on there.
I fucking.
But if it was on PlayStation, I would probably download it and play that with you just to see how shitty it was, because I've seen people play it.
Oh man, I kind of forgot that game existed. I was like, what's a game that's like
So did I.
kind of funny to meme on right now? That was the only one I could think of.
Super Meat Boy's back.
Oh yeah,
They made a new Super Meat Boy.
new
It's-
Psychonauts.
Oh, did they? Nice. I haven't even played the original, but I was told it was really good.
Yeah, they put it on the Xbox Game Pass thing, and I think it's like $10 if you want to like keep it.
Nice.
Yeah, and then the second one, I've heard it's like true to the form of the original, so I'm like that's pretty cool. You know, if you don't like 3D platformers, that's probably not your taste. You know, but
Right. I mean, if you don't like 3D platformers, then Mario's not your cup of tea either, which is
Yeah.
strange, because
Yeah.
most of people like Mario.
you better. By the way, man, do I even have to say it?
I already know, but like,
I don't. I'm lost.
New Mario movie.
Oh!
Yeah.
Nice.
Fucking,
yeah, I forgot about that.
yeah, with
You
Chris
heard about
Pratt
that?
is
Yeah.
voicing Mario.
yeah.
So, like, have y'all heard about everyone hating on him?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, I don't understand it. Has he said anything homophobic?
I think at one point he did.
Because I never
But
saw
it was like-
evidence, but people said he did.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, they think he's homophobic
Well,
because he goes to a homophobic church.
I thought.
It's also mostly just a thing of. I think it's mostly just a thing of when they announced it, like during the announcement of the casting, the translator for Miyamoto, I think, was like Chris Pratt is so cool, And like that was just part of what they were saying. They're like, "Oh, we love Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt is so cool. He's gonna be Mario." And I'm like, "Why? Shut up!
That
I
doesn't.
don't give a fuck if you think
That
Chris Pratt is
explains
cool.
it.
That's just like, just tell me
Because-
who's in the fucking."
See, like I always thought it was literally just because he didn't really fit the character well enough.
I mean,
No, it's because people found a reason to hate on him.
I think it's mostly.
I
I
honestly
don't
thought
think
it was a
there should
joke.
be a lot of voice acting in Mario. I don't think they should have an all-star cast because there shouldn't be a lot of
Yeah, like
talking. You know, that's not what
yeah,
Mario
exactly.
is like.
Well, of course, it's gonna. Let's be honest with ourselves. It's gonna end up being like the Sonic movie and all the other like movies
I
like
hope that this is like a 100% just like I hope they make it, but I hope it's just a top tier shit post for an hour and 45 minutes.
Dude, honestly, like a Lego movie type
Dude,
thing would
fucking
be nice.
Seth Rogen is Donkey Kong.
It's gotta
Jack
be a
Black is in
comedy.
the movie. Like it's going
That
to
actually
have,
sounds okay. Jack
yeah, like
Black as
Jack
Bowser,
Black
I'm
is in
like,
the movie.
I'm
Yeah,
excited.
that's cool.
like that
Why
is
didn't
going
they-
to be the saving
If it's
grace.
an animated movie, though, why didn't they just use the original actors?
So here's the thing. Charles, oh god, I'm gonna forget his fucking name. Hey Siri, who's the voice of Mario? Don't say Chris Pratt. I swear to God. Charles Martinet. Martinet. He's the voice actor for Mario in like
course.
just about every game. So he has cameos in the movie, but I think there was something about how he didn't want to make Mario into a movie. Like he didn't want it to be a thing, but he's like, I support it, but like,
He's not going to do it basically.
yeah, essentially.
Okay, but why not the rest of the cast? Did they have the same ideas? Because there was like Bowser, who destroyed his vocals, by the way.
Oh
doing
yeah,
the
yeah.
cat, the cat Bowser.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he destroyed his vocals so much where he bled after the takes. 'Cause
He
did-
scratched a vocal fold and coughed a bunch of fucking blood.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
why you don't do metal vocals the wrong way, kids. It's the golden rule of vocals. If your throat hurts, fucking stop it.
I mean, unless you're working your high range, it might be a little sore.
I mean, you might get like a stretch out of it, but like
Yeah, 'cause
it's
that's-
like when you
that's
do
what
a
happened.
deep yoga for your fucking throat.
Yeah, true. That's true. But nah, it was crazy. He did a 4-hour session, 2 hours of regular Bowser voice, and they were like,
yoga.
all right, now we got Cat Bowser, and he was like, oh, so he just added a growl to it to make a meow sound.
But it was
Mm.
like
Yeah.
not like a normal. Yeah,
Kinda
that
thing.
would gross, but I liked it.
Thanks. It was safe. My throat didn't
Yeah,
hurt.
yeah.
But he did 2 hours of it and ended up destroying his vocals.
Yeah.
That happens to a lot of vocalists like that are in like the like hard rock metal kind of bands. Like we saw Bring Me the Horizon in Atlanta one time, and their bass player wasn't on stage. They're like, he's really sick. Hope that's okay if we just go without him. We're like, that's fine. It's no offense to him, but it is bass guitar in a metal band. Know your meme. They don't exist. Because the guitars are tuned so low that you can't even fucking hear the bass anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like a week later, they said they canceled the rest of their tour and all this stuff, and I was like, damn, the bass player must be like going through some real shit. And then it turns out that the singer, Mr. Sykes, just like fucking coughed up a bunch of blood on stage and had to have like, a hospital trip.
Can you imagine like how scary that must be as an artist though? To like,
Oh yeah, that's like
that's like a
That's
nightmare.
basically like
a
ending
lot
like a
of money
career.
just you don't have.
Well, it's not career ending because you can come back from it.
Mhm,
You just
but,
gotta let it
like-
heal and take the time to let your vocals rest completely.
Yeah.
And then you have to rework your vocals to where they used to be. Depending on how serious it was, depends on how long you wait of a period, means that your voice will go back, to normal. When you stretch out your range, it only goes
Other-
back.
Another prime example of that, Mr. Emo Boy over here, Dance Gavin Dance. I don't know if it was as severe, but their current singer, like you could hear it in the albums. There's like the first 2 or 3 where he has this very like almost effeminate high voice, and then there's one album where he just sounds like incredibly scratchy. And he's gotten better since, but I think he like damaged his vocal folds or something. Because I'm like, man, it just like there's this one album where it's just like really just not rough, but it's like you can tell it's like a different voice almost.
Yeah.
And he's gotten better since on their new album, and it's very good.
Nice.
Afterburner by Dance Gavin Dance. There's another recommendation since y'all won't fucking do it.
But
Sorry, what?
okay. Another actually person and not in the music scene, the woman who voices Marge from The Simpsons. Have you heard her in the more recent seasons of The Simpsons?
I don't think so.
It is fucking sad. Like
kind of
because
upsetting.
she had that she has that iconic voice that, but that shit doing that for Yeah, exactly. Doing that for like how long? 20? No, 30.
Longer than that, yeah.
Yeah, like 30 years. Doing that for 30 years basically straight, gonna basically destroy your vocal
Hey
cords.
Siri, when was the first episode of The
It's
Simpsons?
like 1989.
Okay. I found
Oh,
this on the web.
it picked up you saying 1989.
Not bad.
It's all good, but yeah, 1989 is the first season. So
I mean,
Hey.
December 17th, 1989.
oh yeah, because it didn't start off with them getting Santa's Little Helper. Wasn't that like the first episode?
Well, there was things before that were like
Oh yeah.
I think it was like a Comedy Central sketch show kind of thing where it just
Mm.
they'd interlude with like little bits that were essentially The Simpsons.
Nice.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean we'll say the 90s to make it easy.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
The 90s.
20s, almost 40 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, essentially.
Pretty bizarre.
I don't like it.
I mean, honestly though, like, are you sure it's like still the same voice actor? Like,
I'm pretty
No.
sure like it would probably
Because-
that'd be something to look up. But like after we finish this, and you guys out there as well, like you can look up her like from the very beginning to now, or at least the two different voice actors if they're different
watch it
ones.
on Disney
It,
Plus.
it's
Oh,
it's not.
is it always Julie Kavner? I think it was. Oh yeah, Wikipedia page. Filmography. No, don't do. How about you fill time, you fucking pussies?
That's what I was doing. So, my dog, my ragtime
I'm just gonna play
gal.
some dope beats right there. No, I'm not. Fuck you guys. Yeah, 1989. So yeah,
Sorry,
the same person was Marge the whole way through.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, that's
Yeah.
incredible.
30
Yeah, so, wow.
years of that.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, going on 32 years.
Yeah,
Just imagine.
Yeah.
that's about.
I mean, the thing that's really cool about stuff like that, like when I see a show that really takes off like that and gets big and popular for like ever,
Mm.
I'm always really happy about it, and I'm never like the kind of bitter like I don't like The Office, but I'm glad they had that, you know, because it was
yeah.
a beautiful thing, and that was like those people's lives for like 15 years, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So of course they're gonna be like proud of it and still talking about it and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's
You know,
like
people that two of the people from The Office are doing a podcast where they go through every single episode and talk about like behind the scenes stuff.
Oh wow.
I'm like, that might be a little much to me, but if I think about it, like if I did something for 15 years and it was like this
Yeah.
worldwide success, I'd fucking ride on that success for a while.
Mhm.
Right, like just talk about it and make more money from it.
Yeah.
Honestly. Especially if you actually enjoy the people you were around as well and the people you worked with. You can enjoy that time even more with those people.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you didn't, you can still get some clout from it. You know what I mean? Just
You're
like,
not wrong.
I work with these idiots, man, and this is what happened.
The reason why I wanted to bring it up though is like she probably has stuck with that job even if it's like almost killing her because it's just like
That's the only thing she
I
can do.
am, you know, I am Marge Simpson. You know, like this is fucking dope. Why would I ever give this up?
Right, like
Probably like that's the most steady job. That's also like the most wonderful thing you can do.
Mm.
there's so many impressionists out there that probably will take one will probably take her place or they'll end
Yeah.
the show by the time that happens. But like,
I don't
No,
know
she
if The
doesn't do
Simpsons
all the
will
games.
end.
No.
No, I'm sure they have a different cast for
The games and stuff.
yeah, like licensing issues and that kind of thing.
Like, I feel like The Simpsons is gonna be like one of those never end. It's just gonna die with humanity. Like it's not gonna end until the end of
I don't know, like that Family Guy
um,
and
American Dad,
South Park.
yeah.
I would
South
say- I
Park.
would say American Dad might die out because
I think it
I
will.
mean, Family Guy and South Park do it a lot better,
Yeah.
in my opinion. But
Mm.
like American Dad's not bad by any means. It's still hilarious.
But it just doesn't hit that same mark that the other two do. Like it's not
Right.
as iconic as Family Guy or South Park. Like South Park in particular, I think it's really, I think it's gonna continue to have similar success as The Simpsons did, just because of the fact that they are able to keep up so easily with like modern times and just kind of put out more and more stuff
And not only
constantly.
that, they're not like one-sided whenever they make their episodes. They're very political and very in the modern day and age of talking about any issue at all. They don't
Mm.
mind tackling it because instead of just being like driving a message of what you should do, they give you everyone's perspective in the most extreme way.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
It's so extreme.
And then
that
that's
it's
the whole.
funny.
Yeah, exactly. It makes it so funny because that's the whole point. It's just like, basically, it's just you're all idiots, is what they're saying. It's the fucking
You know,
best.
I think out of all of those like adult animated shows, if I were to guess which one would like cave and like cancel first, I think it would be South Park.
Really?
Because I imagine those guys, after however many years of doing an episode every week that they make that week, you know, I think eventually they're probably just gonna like
Yeah.
keel over from fucking exhaustion.
Honestly, yeah.
Well, no, because, like, all right, so maybe back in the day when they actually did, like, the cutouts and they animated it. But now it's, like, all digital, super easy. All the models are made. All the, like, any form they could do is already pre-made.
That's
they just
true.
put it in order
That's true.
to make each episode and move the mouth flaps slightly different.
Oh, yeah.
And it's, like, it's
Yeah, I
gotten
guess that's a good
lot
point.
simpler throughout time for animation like that. Because it's 2D, it doesn't have to be all three-dimensional. They add that sometimes.
But you also got to
make it
remember like things like storyboarding and like you
Yeah,
know,
actually
making,
getting
like,
ideas down.
but yeah, like having a script ready and all that kind of stuff. Like I don't know. I feel like when those guys hit like 50 or 60.
They'll have a new cast of writers doing the same thing.
Yeah, that's probably a good point.
Yeah.
They'll have trained people in how they write the shows and how
Man,
it works.
okay, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, that's why, and I think
That's fucking bizarre
There's
to
people
think about.
who grow
Right?
up on these shows that have watched it their whole
Yeah,
lives.
exactly.
that are probably now,
they're now
Like,
taking
maybe
over.
they're already writers for the
Right.
episode.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it's like you teach these people, oh, this is my world, this is my universe, and then they love it so much that they become a part of it and they want more of it, so they make more of it, like Supernatural would have done, but they canceled. Well, they ended up ending the show because they were like, it has to end.
So going off of that idea, I think South Park would last the longest because I don't think people would take to Family Guy and The Simpsons quite the same way.
Yeah, they won't.
They're a
also-
little, I would say Family Guy is more edgy because it uses more offensive stuff,
But I think that's
but
the.
they push boundaries that way.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, I think eventually that they're just gonna burn. Like, I think Family Guy is gonna end up at a burnout point because it's just there's a point where you can only get so absurd, and I think that's kind of what Family Guy is all about. Is just the shock humor and the shock value of it. A lot of times, South Park has those values, but they also have something behind it within the actual story of like, we're gonna say all these people are idiots, and we're gonna explain why. While Family Guy's just like watch Peter and this giant chicken fight for 5 minutes and then watch a commercial. Like,
Yeah, I can see that. And like Simpsons kind of plays both fields of those actually, because it plays the overtones of political and public eye, and overplays everything just like that. But it also shows everyone is completely stupid except for the younger generation.
Yeah.
So it shows that like the youth are going to be smarter than the adults, and that's kind of how life works.
Yeah.
So it's kind of more real than like the other two shows, because South Park does that, but it does it because everyone's stupid. Even the kids are kind of stupid. Like no one's really smart.
People are smart for the episode.
Right.
Yes.
In The Simpsons, they have like there's a few geniuses in there, but they have such a diverse cast of like different types of stupid that it works.
Different types of stupid. Yeah.
Have you seen the cast list? It's huge.
That should be the name of our podcast. 3 types of stupid.
3 types of stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just every time we have a guest, it's just like, hey, you're stupid number 2 today. And I'm stupid number 3, and welcome to the podcast.
Stupid number
Man.
1 couldn't be here today.
You guys think TV's ever going to come back?
No.
That was my
Wait, you
stoner
mean
thought
like
for you.
cable?
Not like cable, but like...
Because like I use my TV every day. What do you mean TV
No.
coming back?
I do mean like the conventional idea of TV shows, like this show comes on at this time, and if you want to watch it.
I mean, it's still technically going on with that, but I think
No, I
it's
know.
slowly dying out.
Yeah,
It's very slowly dying out, and I don't think.
because why would you spend $70 for cable when you
Yeah.
can have Netflix or Hulu for like 10? You know?
Exactly. Like it.
Disney Plus is $8.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
Any of
but
them.
Disney Plus is also
Stop
very
pandering. Do you
limited.
work for Disney?
No.
Like, what the fuck?
Disney, please give me a deal.
I thought you were about to like pull out a fake badge or something.
No,
Like freeze! Oh fuck! Damn! I done did it.
Damn.
I got you, boys. Get on the ground.
I gotta talk about this. This is someone else's bit, and I don't give a fuck. There's a Smosh try not to laugh like improv thing that they do, and yeah, that Shane Top from Smosh. Hey man, if you want to come on the podcast,
Fuck yeah.
No, he
He's
does this thing where
hilarious.
he's like, "Hey, I'm Shane Top, and you're watching the Disney Channel," and he does a little thing with the wand, and then he gets behind the guy and he goes, "All right, put all the money in the registers. I don't want to hear anybody make a fucking sound." He's like, "I will ice everyone in this room. I need you to call my ex-wife right now." And he's like, "Be cool, be cool. I'm Shane Top from Disney's So Random. I will fucking kill you." And at the very end, he goes, "Shake It Up is next."
What the fuck?
Here on the Disney Channel.
Yeah. Just imagine just like the camera's cut off and they're live robbing somebody in the studio.
Nobody knows how they actually got on set. Like they were
Yeah,
banned
yeah.
6 months ago, and it's just like, what the fuck is
It's like,
going
this guy
on?
hasn't been on Disney
Whoa,
Channel
what
for
the hell?
5
We
years.
thought we fired you. No one fires Shane Top.
Every time you guys
He's
say
like
Shane,
saying that as he like cuts open his mouth like the Joker.
oh
Using
Jesus.
the Disney one.
Yeah. He's just got like glitter and shit all on the sides of his face.
Yeah, instead of Reddit, it's just glitter.
I will fucking kill you. We'll be right back after these commercial messages. Use toothpaste.
Oh, my
That's
Lord.
the ad. I remember when I was very, very young, I want to say either early high school or late middle school, that was a running gag that I was making for like YouTube videos that none of them ever uploaded. They're not on the internet anywhere. I don't even think they're on my
Damn, I was gonna find those.
I was gonna say I don't even think they're on like any of my computer storage or anything like that anymore. But that was always just like, oh yeah, we'll be right back after this quick ad, and it was just like a fucking big ass PNG of Crest. I was like, use toothpaste, and then it would just go back to me talking.
Oh.
Yeah, it was really stupid.
I don't know. I kind of like the bit. I kind of want to use it.
It was really, I mean,
We'll be back
it's
after
all
these
yours if you want it.
messages.
Like,
Gets down under the table, pulls up sign.
use
Brush your
tooth-
hair.
Yeah. Floss those fucking teeth. And we're back. So anyway,
Drink some fucking water.
yeah.
Dehydrated bitch.
Anyway, so Jeff Bezos is a piece of shit. Just,
What did he?
Further-
What did he do this week?
I mean, he got inside of a dick and flew to space, man. There's
That
not much
wasn't.
worse than
That was not anywhere near this week.
This was like last month.
Yeah, that's old news.
I'm still on it. I'm gonna be honest with
Dude,
you.
honest.
He is the first man who can say he flew a dick into space.
So you're saying
This
you're
is
still
very
on
true.
Jeff Bezos' dick?
I'm still on his dick about this. I've been ordering Amazon products left and right ever since he flew into space on a giant fucking cock.
I only order my pet like flea medicine from Amazon anymore.
I haven't used Amazon in like 3 years.
Amazon, if you want to give us a
Good.
sponsorship, I'll use you more often.
Hey, Audible.
Honest. Yeah.
I
Oh yeah.
will sponsor
yeah. I
the
forgot.
f-
Never mind.
I will have Audible sponsor the fuck out of me.
Oh, dude, that sounds
That's-
awesome.
Actually,
that
yeah,
was
that was the
basically
last
just free
time.
ad space
That
for
was the
them.
last
Y'all
time.
shut the fuck up.
Oh,
They're all right.
shit.
They're all right.
Bleep
Give
all
us
those
money
out.
first. Give us money first, and we'll say nice things.
Leave out all those companies.
But until then, you're just a company to me.
Right. I have no good or bad news about you. Dude, what? Dude, the studio's haunted.
No, the fucking AC kicked on you.
Oh,
guys.
okay.
Still
I mean,
freaked
no,
the-
it scared the hell out of
freaked-
me too, and then watching it slowly roll off of the table and onto the floor.
See, I didn't watch it slow to do that because I was just like, oh my god, a bottle scared me like that. Okay.
It was the slowest fucking roll I've ever seen. It finally just,
It was. It rolled so slowly. It was like, yeah, that was me.
that was beautiful.
That happened.
Thank you, AC. We needed that today.
That was good. I
That was
needed the mini
good.
heart attack.
Yeah.
I mean, it is Spooktober, so.
It is spooked. Yeah.
Is it?
Spooktober. It
Yeah.
will be when this comes out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, what?
It's pretty much.
Did I miss a day again?
I missed an entire month.
Dude, I feel you. Oh, I haven't told you that. I once slept for 3 days straight.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy. How do you sleep for 3 days straight?
Mental exhaustion and a
Just get tired,
lot of like bullshit going on, and lifestyle was just like.
How do you sleep for 3 days? You get good, you fucking scrub.
I mean, I guess
Honestly-
I am a scrub. I can't even sleep more than 2 hours without
You see,
tossing
most
and
people
turning.
are most people are what we call casual sleepers. I am a competitive sleeper. I have gone for 3 days straight, and there were no drugs involved.
Man, that is super competitive. I could not. I'd have to black out from alcoholism.
Nope. I was completely sober.
That's incredible. I'm kind of jealous. I wish I could sleep like that.
I also forgot 6 months prior, like 6 months of my life prior to that. So like it has.
That's not good at all.
Yeah.
Well, that took a turn. It was like, I want that to, oh, never mind. That sounds awful. Oh, we forgot to do the stickers.
Oh yeah.
We brought stickers.
It was literally just like I
Looking at
zoned
them
out
at the
entirely. Yeah, throw those stickers on there. By the way, this is gonna be what's on the green screen. So
Okay.
Sticker.
hell yeah. Look at that cute bitch
Look.
in that
I'm about to
name
write on that
tag.
later.
Yeah, you gotta write something on that, and it'll be on the green screen, but not on that. Unless you edit it on the whatever.
Nah.
I can put a little text of just
Text or whatever
just
I
sitting
write.
there.
It says, put text here.
Well, if you've seen that, that was the joke I went with. Maybe I'll change it every so often for the bit. I hope it's in the. Yeah, it'll be alright.
I hate these stickers. Don't get stickers from Wish. They don't bring you any room to appeal.
Thanks for bringing some Wish stickers. I'll take them over Wayfair stickers any day of the week.
Yes. I got like 100 of these on my base at home.
Nice. Oh yeah, no, I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd literally put 100 stickers on my base just because I wanted to. Because they're all little dogs like this doing different things. One's taking a bath.
Oh, my roommate has one of D&D binder that she puts frogs
Thank
on.
you for putting it right above the skull with wings and
I
rust.
thought it would match.
It's a good-
very
yeah.
well.
Compliments
it's a
him
good
very
contrast.
well.
Is it pull up? No, it's not. Okay.
So like